Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. Let's hunt with me, your favorite giraffe factory. And today, I got a couple things to show you, and a special monster to fight. So, first things first, another new armor set. I spent a little bit of time since last episode. Remember that plan I spoke of, I don't know, maybe 5, 10, a million episodes ago? I said I had a special plan in mind to make a set and a weapon to fight the Jhen Mohran. So, I made that set and weapon, and today, you guessed it, I am going to take on the Jhen Mohran. This outfit is the Azure Rathalos outfit, called Wrath Soul, and I've got HG earplugs, Critical Eye 2, Bombardier, and Razor Sharp on here, along with my Brachydios longsword. And the set comes with earplugs, but I've got a charm that I got while on a volcano run that gives me +4 to hearing, which is the skill that gives you the earplug skill. The earplugs active skill. And when you have 15 earplugs, or hearing, wow, it's all very confusing with the word skill used over again. When you have 15 hearing, you get HG earplugs, which blocks out all roars from yonder ears, and allows you to keep acting and not flinch when a monster roars. So it's pretty helpful. On most any weapon, it's very helpful. It's a very cool skill. Critical Eye 2 with 15 Expert gives me 20% more affinity than normal, so I can do more damage more often. And Bomb Boost for Bombardier, I just gemmed this in. This activates, or rather when this activates, you have a higher slime damage for your weapon. And Razor Sharp, which keeps your weapon with a higher sharpness bar for longer. So this weapon has 280 slime with the Bombardier skill on, and it has a tiny little white bar there of sharpness. White is superior to blue, obviously, and yeah, so I get to keep that white bar for as long as possible with Razor Sharp, and I've got 240 slime, which turns into 280 slime with Bombardier, and so I'm pretty much awesome. I don't have to flinch when monsters roar and everything. Pretty good. Where am I getting that extra damage boost? It says 811 here, but it says 792. Oh, I'm wearing the power charm. Cool. All right, yeah, gotcha. I know what I'm doing. I swear. I play this game. All right. So for the Jhen Mohran, I'm not sure. This might push the limits of my normal video times, but it should be fine. For the Jhen Mohran, you don't need some of the normal stuff you would bring along, like traps and tranks, because this is a very large monster. And today I'm bringing along energy drinks instead of, instead of, what do you call them? Meat, there we go, instead of steaks. Because just cause they're fun. It's fun to switch it up sometimes. So yeah, energy drinks, they'll give you the boost like a rare steak or a burnt steak will, and you can eat them quickly. Yeah, so that's about it. Energy drinks are cool. They're made with I guess it's honey and nitro shrooms, so they're pretty easy to get a lot of if you don't want to spend a lot of time cooking meat, or if you're low on meat and you need a quick alternative. Energy drinks are pretty good. I've got my whetstones with me. I don't think I'm going to need much other than what they give me when I get there. So let's eat. I'm gonna try to get feline pyro by combining one of the meats with one of the alcohols, which, like I said, you get alcohol online by entering high rank online. So feline pyro is a good one. It's worth it to get those alcohols, because feline pyro is really a worthwhile skill if you plan on using some slime weapons. All right, and I think he was here. No, where is he? No, that's not it. There we go. You'll see I've already completed it here because I was doing a little bit of practice on him, but he's a pretty big monster, and I just didn't want to fail it. I didn't want to run out of time or something on camera. Have to record it all over again, do it right that time. So, you know, just a little practice. And here we go. So, Jhen Mohran is an Elder Dragon, and you play him on a special map. This is on the Dragon Ship. Ugh, I can't talk. The Dragon Ship, and it's what you completed that. It's what you completed that villager request for here. And you go out of the boat, and he's going to appear on your right side, on the port side of the boat. And if you run to the back here, you can find these cannon ammos that you can dig through, and they're heavy objects like eggs or like powder stones, and you can shoot them through these cannons. And sometimes your little friends will do it too. But he's going to shoot one of these rocks at you really quick, so you want to watch out for that. And then he's going to swim around a little bit. Let's see if we can hit him again with this. Boom. Got him. And you'll notice I picked up that ballista ammo in the box. And I'm going to try to shoot his tusks, because you can actually break his tusks. Each of them. He's going to shoot again. He operates on a pretty tight schedule in these first few parts of this hunt. In the first few minutes of the hunt. I did get him. And so it's actually pretty easy to predict what's going to happen for the first few minutes. But it's really not an exciting hunt. It's just fun to do. The first few times you don't really know what's going on. It's kind of fun. So you definitely want to, when he gets close, he's going to shoot more rocks at you. And then you want to run over to this big button, because it's a hunting gong, and he's about to try to ram the boat like this, and we're going to say, no sir. We're not going to let him. And we're going to run back over here. We're going to keep trying to shoot his tusks. Oh, and if we hit them, it might do something. Here we go. And he's going to inch forward here for a little while, and you'll notice on the right side, this little arrow is going to pop up. Little arrow. Come on. Help me out here, little arrow. Oh, he's going to try to hit us again. The hunting gong has to recharge between uses. And so you can't use it for every hit that you want to avoid. Little arrow's not popping up. Oh well, you can jump off right here by running at the edge of that. And I think it's generally a smarter idea to run around this side of him, because you don't seem to get thrown off as much if you come over to this side of him. But you run around on his back, and you want to attack these big lumps on his spine. These bigger parts of these lumps are... Oh, okay, got tossed. Oh, and we got picked up. Cool. These bigger parts are actually breakable, and so you definitely want to get to these and start wailing on them as much as possible, and then get stunned by the sand so you don't finish your spirit combo. But you want to get to this, and you want to start hitting those as much as possible. See that? Yeah. And oh no, messed up. Oh no. Alright, and then you mess up, you dodge roll when you shouldn't, and then you fall off his back. That's okay. He periodically shakes like you saw me like fall through him there. he tries to shake you off and hit you with with those rock balls that he shoots, and so he's just trying to toss you and get you to stop dealing damage to him. And that toss right there that he's doing will actually throw you off of him entirely, and you can't get picked back up by him. Instead, you'll do what I just did and end up on a little rope behind the boat. And now he should be submerging there. And if you want to go up to the front when you have a free moment, if you've spent all your ballista ammo, and watch him fly over the boat like a cool guy. Look at him go, it's crazy. You want to grab this ballista ammo, and pro tip that I don't see a lot of people do, definitely want to crouch when you gather. I know I talked about this really early in my series, but if you crouch when you're ooh, sorry. If you crouch when you are gathering stuff on the ground like that, you'll gather faster, because you'll end up actually not having to stand up all the way from the animation. When he goes under this time, he's going to try to ram the boat from that's poor. I say those wrong sometimes. Sorry. Earlier he emerges on the starboard side. Anyway, but yeah, so he tries to ram you from the port end. And I like to gong that first try, and then get on here with the ballista binder, which it was in the box. You definitely want to have that on you. And he's going to come at you again. You're going to wait till the right little moment here, just when he's kind of close. And you want to hit that binder on his second ram. And that binder stops him in place and prevents the attack. And then you want to think about when you're using your cannons more than I am. I'm going to go for a little whetstone action here. And we got these anti-dragon bombs in the box. Oh, he's going to sideswipe at us a little bit. And you want to come over here where you gather the ballista ammo, and you can crouch, and you can avoid this hit. You can avoid getting hit by it yourself. The dragon boat will still get the hit, but that's okay. So we've got these anti-dragon bombs that can only actually be laid if you're on him. So you want to run up and leap off the side of the boat and lay them on his tusk, but don't hang around, they'll go off on their own. So then you want to run back, and you want to start working on his back, on the front part of his spine here. You want to just kind of wail on this as much as possible. Bring a weapon that you can do relatively quick and powerful combos with, like a longsword or a greatsword. You can do some infinite combos with a greatsword on him, on his back. A lot of people seem to prefer longsword or maybe switch axe sometimes. Switch axe is pretty good too. You just want to be able to get these combos in and deal as much damage as you possibly can, as quickly as you can. And that way, you can actually, when he cries out like that, but he didn't throw you, that means that he's kind of taking damage, and you can actually stun him out of some attacks by doing that. You move around a lot. It's one of the big problems here. We broke it. Got it. Ooh, don't roll off yet. I also wanted to show you they leave you picks. I said that weird, picks in the box because this monster actually has ore deposits on its back. These little brighter bits are ore deposits, and you can go for those. If you've got a really, really strong weapon, which when you get to Jhen Mohran you usually don't, but later on you might have one. You can attack the insides of his broken spines. At least in Try, that did the most damage. Those are his weakest spots. And run and jump. Oh, made it. All right. He wants to hang out there for a little while now, and I'm gonna try to kind of shoot his tusks a little bit. I want to break these guys. Oh, come on now. Here we go. That's what I'm talking about. And once he gets close, you'll also notice they gave us barrel bombs, and I'm going to lay these, even though he's going to sideswipe. I hope that I don't get hit. Whoa! Ha! Dodged him. And you can use whatever you want to set these off. I usually just kick him because I don't particularly mind taking the hit. Oh, there it goes. We broke one of the tusks. Broke his right tusk there. You notice the end of it's come off now. And now there's only his right tusk, or his left tusk. Lefts and rights today, man. Just can't do it. Oof, that was close. That's his big shake that you can't recover from if you're still on his back. That shake actually damages you, unlike the other shakes. Ooh, broke it. All right, and that's all the tusks, all the tusk action. Why am I okay? And so yeah, so shooting with these ballistas or shooting with the cannons, each shot from the ballista, they all do a fixed amount of damage no matter where you shoot them. And the cannon does more damage per shot, and if you get a good rhythm going, does deal more damage per second than the ballista, but still also deals fixed damage. So those are a good option for when you are when you first get to this guy. So after that sequence, when he's over on the port end, he'll swim up ahead of the boat, shoot rocks once, and then appear ahead, like directly ahead of the boat. He's gonna ram you, but he's gonna start hopping up and down out of the ground, and on one of the hops you can hit if you hit this button, which is the Dragonator, which we saw back in the CD's fight, you will actually get a really great hit, and it deals damage based on how many spines enter his body. So if you see that was an almost perfect hit. It got all but the very last row of spines in there, and that deals massive amounts of damage. That will speed up your hunt immensely if you do it correctly. So yeah, so we broke his tusks, and we got him with the Dragonator, and now I think I'm gonna just kind of try to lay a few cannonballs into him since we broke both of his tusks already. Hit him. Oh, really? Dip down under it. Oh, there's that arrow I was looking for. If you're curious, you can look in the quest info area to see your ship integrity, and that starts at normal, I believe. And every time your ship takes a hit from him, your ship loses health, and it has this invisible health bar that is only shown by the quest integrity function. What do you call it? Just little info sphere. I'll just make up words for that. By the quest integrity marker in there in the quest info. Quest integrity. You know what? I'm just gonna move on. Can't say anything right. And yeah, so it starts on normal and goes down to low, and then down to warning. And if you make it down to warning, you should definitely hope you're very close to defeating him, because he's pretty tough. He has a lot of health and he lasts a long time. You definitely want to avoid as many hits as possible. So all the ones that are very predictable, you definitely want to hit the gong or hit the ballista binder when in those moments I was telling you about earlier. And after, let's see if we can squeeze in one more. Oh, we ran out of cannon ammo. Oh well. And after you've prevented those hits, it's definitely a good idea to keep an eye out. Playing it single player is a little bit tough because you do have to watch out for all these things. But if you see an attack coming and have enough time to react, to where you can hit the binder or the gong and it will stop him, then it's a good idea to go ahead and hit it. Because you definitely don't want to fail the quest, because your ship dies. If the ship integrity drops down below warning, then you will lose. And so after you've dealt enough damage to him, he will enter the final showdown. And there will be this little moment and then a transition. And this is the other half of this fight, where the ship is, I don't really know if you'd call this beached or anchored or whatever. And you'll notice actually there's a port over there. There's like a city. But anyway, now we get to fight him head on. If you're just fighting him for the first time and you don't have a really strong weapon, I advise you shoot his legs or his tusks, either one, whichever one you haven't broken yet, because you can break both his legs and both his tusks, and then both the spines on his back. The spines on his back are, if they are breakable during this moment, I've never done it. I don't doubt that they are still breakable, but you can't get onto his back up there, so it'd be very hard to reach them, because it'd be very hard to shoot that accurately with the ballista from the ship. But you can, if you have a strong weapon, this Brachydios weapon is strong, especially compared to the Jhen Mohran. If you've got this guy, then you can run out and try to attack his legs here, and see how that one just broke. And this scene of this fight is based around not letting the ship be destroyed. Yeah, so what you want to do is you want to drive the Jhen Mohran back whenever he gets close and keep doing damage to him as much as you can. Although it is tough because it can go back outside of the area that you're allowed to fight him in, and makes it tough to do any damage, and it prolongs the fight. Come on, step forward. And you'll notice that the Dragonator is now sitting on the side of the boat now instead of pointing out the front like it was before. And it doesn't give you a message, but it is ready again. I guess it considers it a new Dragonator for the purposes of this fight. There is a new Dragonator hit available to you, and if the Jhen Mohran gets close enough, you can hit that, and it'll drive him back and deal a lot of damage. If he gets really close to the ship, then you can hit him with that again. We're gonna try to break these legs here. And you'll notice he kind of roars a lot sometimes he flops a lot. Sometimes he'll run up really quick to the boat. Especially if you can't deal whole lots of damage to his legs here very quickly. But yeah, so his broken legs, when the skin chips on him like that, those are probably the best places to attack him if you've already exhausted all of your ammo, or if you've got a good weapon. His legs are probably the best place to attack him. His actual weakest area is the inside of his mouth when it comes to blade and bullet damage. And so that's a little tougher to reach. And so the best alternative is to attack his legs. And depending on, I guess it depends. If you're using a gun, then one of the better spots to shoot him is actually his, I believe it's his chin. Kind of his little gullety chin there, his little gobble gobble, technical term. And and if you can hit that, I believe that takes a good amount of damage. And if you're using a pierce gun or a pierce bow, then shooting at his mouth will allow your shots to travel into his mouth and deal damage to him in there. I'm confident that this weapon is sufficiently strong to kill this guy by attacking his legs, so I'm going to keep doing that. And you definitely want to be careful. There are some better places to stand when you're attacking his legs. For instance, sort of about here, in between his little toesies, is a good spot. He doesn't usually end up hitting you there. Like if he steps forward, then his back toe misses you, and if he steps backwards, sometimes you can see it and get out of the way quick enough. But he's hurt. He's hurting pretty bad here, so he's probably going to be going up towards the boat. It's pretty cool. I like this fight for its cinematic quality. He's hurting, and we're trapping him. Like see these giant rocks. We've built this like fortress, and our boat is the gate here. So we're trying to stop him from moving on, and that's why we can't let our boat. Oh, is he gonna flop? He's gonna flop. Oh, we gotta reach this. Come on now, and hit him. Whatcha? So we managed to hit him with the Dragonator pretty good there. He's got to be really close to death. Our ship integrity is still normal because we've done a great job of wailing on him here. I'm gonna attack this leg because he always falls to this side, to his right when he dies, and I'm hoping to kill him here. If you deal enough damage to him, though, then when time is up, you will repel him instead of killing him, which is also good. You just don't get to carve him, and he gives a lot of carbs, so it's preferable to actually kill him. Oh, come on now. Moving around so much. How am I going to kill you if you keep moving around so much, buddy? Oh, I see. You don't want to die. Well, that's too bad. Maybe you shouldn't have signed up for the video game where all the monsters die. Ooh. So yeah, this is pretty much it. This fight is, like I said, cinematic, but is quite slow. Look at him, he's all glitchy and walking up past the boat. Oh, we got him! We got him! He's dead now. Sorry, that was a habit. I always skip that animation because it makes it easier to run up to him. Because he gives so many carbs that if you don't get there as quickly as possible, then you will probably miss one or two of them. So I always hit start to skip that animation. But he gives, I think it's 4 carbs on his body, and then you want to run up to his mouth once you're out of carbs here. You want to immediately run over to his mouth, and he'll give more carbs up here on his mouth and his head. I think it's 3 more carbs probably, for a grand total of 7. And yeah, so that's a lot of carbs to give up if you don't kill him. Wait, did I get only 3 in the back or something? I don't know what's going on. I didn't count, sorry. But yeah, so you get, I think it's 7, and see that took up all the time we had there left in the quest. And if you were to repel him, that is just fight him for 30 minutes and weaken him without killing him, then you'd still get rewards, you just wouldn't get the carbs. So let's check out what we got. You get a commendation, which is nice to upgrade some of the rust weapons and stuff that you get from mining the volcano. And you get all the standard drops. You can get Elder Dragon Blood here. He's the greatest source of Elder Dragon Blood, I think. He's definitely the best source of Elder Dragon Blood for solo. for all the offline play. And yeah, you just get all the standard stuff. Bunch of large monster bits, you get Mohran bits, and that is the Jhen Mohran. Little episode 40 big monster fight. I know it's not very exciting, but it is challenging for some people. I know I had a hard time the first time I fought him, but first time I fought him was in Try, and in Try you could only fight him online and only when he came around for an event, making it pretty hard to make his stuff, mostly because of time constraints, because he would only come around when the event quests, when the event schedule had him on the menu, and it was pretty tough. So, but yeah, so now we get to fight that guy offline and online in this new version whenever you want. So that's a Jhen Mohran. You should have a pretty good working knowledge. I know that was kind of a dense episode in terms of me explaining different things about the monster, but if you just keep trying him, you'll get it. It's really not so bad. That guy's pretty fun, just slow, and his outfit is pretty cool looking, as well as a pretty good outfit for offline mode, as well as online all the way through high rank. But yeah, so that's about it for time and for hunting today. But I'll see you next time when we go talk to some more of our new monsters we've unlocked. I think we might be heading out to see the Sand Barioth, the warmer cousin of the Barioth. But yeah, so that's about it, and I hope you all have a good one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all again next time.